Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you how to get this look today, which is just a bright, smoky eye of sorts. So let's get started. Okay, so I have my brows done already, obviously, because they look really intense. So I'm going to start with my eyes first. I'm going to prime. I'm just going to start with the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. This one here. And I'm going to apply this with a Bdellium Tools 775 brush. I'm going to add a light shadow on my brow bone now just to aid in the transition of the color that I'm going to put through my crease. So I'm just going to use a Dose of Colors blending brush, and I'm using the Viseart palette, the Neutral Matte palette here. I'm going to use a mixture of those two shades, and I'm just going to add that. I'm going to add a shade through my crease now, and I'm going to use the new Urban Decay Naked Heat palette for that. I think I'm going to take the same Dose of Colors blending brush, and the color I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this color right here, which is called Low Blow. It's just kind of like a nice neutral shade, matte, obviously. And we're just going to take this through the crease, and then I'm going to kind of extend this out in more of a wing shape on the outer corner. I'm going to deepen up my shape through the crease a little bit more. Still using the Naked Heat palette, I'm going to use the shade Ashes right here with this little Hakuhodo brush. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of that matte shade that I used on my brow bone earlier, just really lightly across the lid, and this is just the brush that came with the Naked Heat palette. I'm just taking a little bit of this just to kind of even out the color on the lid. The next color I'm going to do is going to be pretty bright, just so I don't want the discoloration on my lid to be really obvious in contrast, so just a tiny bit. Okay, so for my next step, I'm going to do this like neon yellow kind of smoky wing liner, and I'm going to use a combination of different things. The primary thing is the Suva Beauty Hydra liner in the shade Dance Party. I love this color. It's super neon gorgeous. And then I'm also going to use the NYX Primal color shadow in Hot Yellow. To apply these, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer the Hydra liner with the eyeshadow and just kind of like layer them and lightly buff them onto my lid instead of kind of carving them out like a normal liner. And hopefully this will make a little bit of sense when you see it happen. It's kind of difficult to describe, but I'm going to use a couple different brushes. For the Suva Beauty Hydra liner, I'm going to use the Anastasia A28, and I'm still going back to the Naked Heat brush here from Urban Decay. And then for the NYX Primal Color Shadow, I'm going to use a NYX brush, actually a NYX 31 brush. So again, I'm just going to kind of layer the two together, and to hydrate my Hydra liner, because it is a cake liner, so it's dry, you need to hydrate it with something to activate it. I'm using the Dermablend Set and Refresh Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. All right, I'm just going to clean up the underside of that wing real quick, just with a little bit of foundation and an angled brush, make that nice and crisp. Alright, so I'm going to start working on my lower lash line now, and I'm going to use a Colourpop lip pencil, the shade Grind, for that. Always be careful when you're using lip products in the eye area if you've never used them before. You can be sensitive to it. It could cause a little bit of irritation. However, I never really have any problems with it, therefore I do it, but I don't necessarily recommend to just go for it. Always be careful. So I'm just going to apply this into my waterline, and then I'm going to go along the lower lash line and buff that out, and I'm going to use an Anastasia A13 brush to do the buffing. Alright, now I'm going to apply some shadow on top of that base. So I'm going to use Sugarpill's 2 AM eyeshadow, this one right here, so kind of a warmer purple. And I'm going to use the same Anastasia A13 brush. I'm going to add a little bit more dimension towards the lash line. So I'm going to just take a little bit of Poison Plum right here, teensy bit darker, and I'm going to use a Cosette D260 brush. Alright, so I'm going to create this peach inner corner here now. I'm going to start by using a base, which I've been using a colored kind of stickier base for all of my brighter applications. It's always going to make your colors more vivid. So right now I'm going to use the Suva Beauty Hydra Cream Base and Bank, and the Kat Von D Everlasting Lip Liner in the shade Smiths. I'm going to mix the two together and create a shade like this right here. So it's a really, really light peach. I'm going to add that all over the inner corner. Alright, so now on top of that base that I just laid down on my inner corner, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette and the shade Clementine right here and just press that on top. And I'm going to use a Sigma E30 pencil brush to do that. So I have basically the foundation of the eye look completely done, so now I'm going to just finish up all of my complexion, and I will come right back to finish the eyes. I have finished all of my skin, so now I'm gonna put my finishing touch on my eyes right now, and I'm gonna highlight the inner corner using the Lime Crime Highlight Opals palette. I'm gonna use a mixture of the pink and the peach colors together, and I'm using an Anastasia A14 to do that, and I'm just gonna dampen my brush with the Kat Von D Lock-It Makeup Setting Mist, and just apply that right on top of where I put Clementine. So just a mixture of the two, and pop it on the inner corner. I'm just going to do a final blend now just along my lower lash line just to kind of blur that a little bit more, and I'm using the NYX Primal color in Hot Fuchsia to do that. I'm just going to curl my lashes now and add some mascara, and I'm using the Scuba mascara from the Balm. Okay, so my eyes are all done, and I'm just going to finish off with my lips now. And I'm going to start by lining, and I'm going to use the OCC Cosmetic Color Pencil in Sebastien. I'm going to add a combination of two different Smashbox lipsticks to the center of my lips now. I'm going to be using the Be Legendary lipstick shades in Monogamous and Phantom. So this one's kind of a little bit more on the pinkier rose nude side, and then this one's a little bit more on the gray side. So I'm just going to mix the two together. I want to give my lips a little bit more of a pop, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of a shadow in just the center of the lip as well. So I'm going to use, from Sugarpill again, I'm going to use the shade Home Sweet Home, this pale blue up here, and I'm just using a Makeup Addiction, the highlighter brush to do that. Okay guys, so we are done. This is our completed look. So I hope you guys enjoyed, maybe learned a couple things, at least had fun hanging out. So keep letting me know what you guys want to see me do. Leave some comments below. Make sure to subscribe because I'm actually gonna probably be maybe a little bit better at this. We'll see, fingers crossed. But regardless, let me know what you guys want to see. And until next time, thanks for watching.